Hey y'all, welcome back to Jubilee and Joy. It has been a little while. I decided to jump on here even though I am in the midst of cleaning and deep conditioning my hair, which is why I have this scarf on top of my head and it's all poofy. But I just really felt like I needed to just jump on here and share my feelings, share my thoughts, and hopefully encourage myself, maybe one or two other people in the process. That's also another thing about me that I didn't mention in the first video. You will always just kind of get joy in real life. So the days when I look like this, the days when things maybe aren't going the best, and the days when I have it all together, which lately have been very few and far between. But yeah, this week has been a really tough week for me for just various reasons. And, you know, I've had several people ask, they're like, hey, when's the next video coming out? This and that. And I'm just like exhausted. I just have not had the willpower or the time to even think about posting a video. And I have all this content planned out. And today I thought, you know what? Just jump on and just talk, just share whatever it is that you want to share. Life does not always have to be about the plans and the schedules and the performance. And sometimes you just need to be real and raw with people. And so that's what you're getting today. You are getting real and raw. Yeah, so that's why this video is being shot when it is, in the middle of a random Sunday, at the end of a very, very long and tiring week. And I was just kind of feeling drained and feeling exhausted. And for those of you that don't know, I live in Toronto, and so we are in full lockdown again. We've been in lockdown now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So this is our second lockdown of the year. And already with this time of year here in Canada, when the sun doesn't shine as much or as bright, or when it's overcast or it's snowing or raining, that really does affect your emotions. And so it's already kind of a rough time of year, but then to be in lockdown and be in your house just has that added element to it. And so I think I've been kind of struggling a little bit with that. And so I dug out this deck of cards that I actually received, and a little bit of a background history, I guess, on me. I was living in Fort McMurray, Alberta, when the fires happened out there. So it was one of the biggest in Canada, and lots of people lost their home, lost their property. And fortunately for myself, I didn't. We did have some light damage, but not to the extent that many experienced. And when we returned to the city after being evacuated for a month, Alberta Health Services handed out these cards here. It says 52 emotional well-being tips for disasters and emergencies. And at the time I was kind of like, okay, cool. And I kept them. I just kind of threw them in a box somewhere, didn't really look at them, and carried on with my life. And it wasn't until I moved back here to Toronto and I was unpacking and I found them and I was like, you know, these might be useful sometime. So I put them in a different box. And I guess the beginning of this week or the end of last week, I was kind of cleaning up my room, cleaned out this box, and I came across these cards and I thought, this is very timely. And so I pulled out a few, and I want to share those with you today, because they really kind of spoke to me and encouraged me a little bit, I guess. especially during this week and during this time, and even hearing about other regions in Ontario being closed down, or being locked down rather. And so the first one that I pulled says, it's common for stress to cause you to feel afraid, numb, detached, depressed, guilty, angry, irritable, or anxious. However, you can cope and you can recover. And I thought, oh, that's all nice and well, but how? I'm very much a practical person in terms of, you can tell me all the niceties, but how? How can I cope? How can I recover? And then the next two cards that I pulled actually kind of answered that a bit for me. So the first one was, recognize that you have been through a stressful experience. That's it. Just recognize that you have been through a stressful experience. And give yourself and others permission to feel angry or upset. A lot of times we focus on the positive, and that's good. We're taught to do that. And then there's sometimes it's okay to just feel your emotions. It doesn't mean take out your emotions on other people. Sometimes it does slip out, but it's okay to give yourself permission to feel angry or to feel upset or feel afraid or unsure or depressed. Whatever it is in that moment that you need to feel in that moment, allow yourself to feel that. You don't stay there, but you allow yourself to feel it. You recognize that what you're going through, what we're all going through, is not our normal. As much as people want to call it, oh, the new normal, oh, in these unprecedented times, it's not our normal. It's how life is right now, but it's not to be a normal. And so it's okay to feel these feelings. It's okay to experience them and to go through them. But that's the key, is to go through them, not to get stuck there. And if you're feeling stuck there, that's when you need to reach out and talk to somebody. Reach out, see somebody. Don't stay there. And the last tip, I guess, that I have for this video was the third card that I pulled, and it said, focus on what needs to happen today and what can wait until tomorrow. And for me, when I read that, actually, it brought such a sense of relief, because we have, or at least I should say I place so much expectations on myself, and really and truly, it's me and me alone doing that, right? Really and truly, not everything needs to happen today. Things can wait until tomorrow. Work that needs to be done can wait until tomorrow. You only have so much capacity. And on an average day, on a great day, you only have so much capacity. But then you layer that with, worrying about different elements of this pandemic and what that means for you, what that means for your family. We're entering into the holiday season. For those of you that celebrate it, it's like, what's that going to look like? For those of you with kids, adds another layer and dimension. For those of you with, perhaps family members that you have to care for, elderly, etc. All of those things add layers. And so on a good day, just kind of living up to your own personal expectations is hard enough. But then you add in all these layers and dependence and all of these things. It's heavy. It's heavy. And I guess I want to encourage you and to encourage myself to give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling, to work through and go through what you're feeling. Reach out if you need help. I'm going to try and pop some numbers or some websites that you can go to if you are looking for help. But I guess my encouragement really is focus on what needs to happen today. Just the needs. Everything else can wait. just make it through today. And yeah, I hope that amidst the flurry of everything, amidst the uncertainty of everything, that you will really just kind of take time to check in with yourself, recognize where you're at, and do what you need to do for you. I just want to say thank you for jumping in today and listening to this video. I know it's a little bit longer than the other ones were, but my heart was full and I just had a lot that I wanted to share. And so I hope that one of these things has resonated with you. If it has, pop a comment in the section below. Just let me know. But I really do encourage you to recognize where you're at, do just what you can, and give yourself permission to not live up to your expectations, I guess, every day. I've been working through doing the same, so I encourage you as we continue to survive through this pandemic and through this time, that at the end of it all, we'll look back and say, wow, I did cope, I did recover, and I'm still here, I'm still standing. So that's my encouragement for you today. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, till next time.